Good morning, class 6. Today we will start second chapter of your history book, from hunting, gathering to growing food. So from the name it is very clear that we are going to discuss the evolution of humanity, like how they started hunting initially there and then proceeded to gathering of the food, and finally when they started having a settled life, when they started growing food. So let's begin the chapter. Tushar's train journey. Tushar was going from Delhi to Chennai for his cousin's wedding. They were traveling by train and he had managed to squeeze into the window seat, his nose glued to the glass pane. As he watched trees and houses fly past, his uncle tapped his shoulder and said, "Do you know that trains were first used about 150 years ago? And that people began using buses a few decades later?" Tushar wondered. So, when he was going to attend his cousin's wedding from Delhi to Chennai, he was sitting near the window and he was enjoying the view outside the train. So, his uncle asked him that was he aware that the trains were introduced only 150 years ago, and few decades, that is around 10-20 years later, the buses came into existence. So Tushar wondered, when people could travel quickly from one place to another, did they spend their entire lives wherever they were born? Not quite. So Tushar then wondered that obviously, when the trains were not there, buses were not there, so that means people lived at the place where they were born. So he was little skeptical in believing the fact. The earliest people, why were they on the move? So obviously this was not the scenario. People even in the past traveled from one place to another. So why we'll get the reason why they traveled initially when it was so difficult. We know about people who lived in the subcontinent as early as 2 million years ago. Today we describe them as hunter gatherers. The name comes from the way in which they got their food. So obviously they were hunters and they gathered like the foods and all. So from that they have got the name as hunter gatherers. Generally they hunted wild animals, caught fish and birds, gathered fruits, roots, nuts, seeds, leaves, stalks and egg. Hunter gatherers moved from place to place. There are many reasons for this. First, if they had stayed at one place for a long time, they would have eaten up all the available plants and animal resources. Therefore, they would had to go elsewhere in search of food. So first reason was, if they have exhausted the resources available at one place, then they had no other option than to move from that place to other place where they could get the resources. Second, animals move from place to place, either in search of smaller prey or, in the case of deer and wild cattle, in search of grass and leaves. That is why those who hunted them had to follow their movements. The second reason was that, as the name you have been told, that they were hunter gatherers. So animals, they moved from one place to another in search of smaller prey. So that smaller prey could be a deer, could be a cattle, and the reason was these cattle and deer and all, they move from one place to another because if they have eaten the grass and the leaves available at one place, they will move to another. So following them, these animals will also move, and same ways, following these animals, the human beings also moved from one place to another. That is why those who hunted them had to follow their movements. So two reasons we have discussed here. Third one is, plants and trees bear fruit in different seasons. So people may have moved from a season to season in search of different kinds of plants. So obviously, we are aware that there are certain fruits and which are available, or trees which are available, or the foods which we get in particular season. So for that also they had to move from one place to another. Fourth, people, plants and animals need water to survive. Water is found in lakes, streams, and rivers. While many rivers and lakes are perennial, that is, with water, perennial means a river or lake which has water throughout the year. Others are seasonal. People living on their banks would have had to go in search of water during the dry seasons. So, if the water of the river or the lake dried up, that was also one reason that people traveled from one place to another. How do we know about these people? Now, how can we say, because we were not present at that time, so how can we say that the people traveled from one place to another? So, there are archaeologists who have found some of the things hunter gatherers made and used. It is likely that people made and used tools of stone, wood, and bone, of which stone tools have survived best. Obviously, stone is something which can be it can see seasons. Like wood can deteriorate with time, but stone tools were such that survived and can be seen even today. Some of these stone tools were used to cut meat and bone, scrape bark from trees and hides, that is, their skin has to be separated from the meat, chop fruits and roots. So, this was the use of the tool. Some may have been attached to handles of bone or wood to make spears and arrows for hunting. Other tools were used to chop wood, which was used as firewood. Wood was also used to make huts and tools. So, use of wood was to make the tools so that it could chop the wood. Then it was used as firewood, and thirdly it was used to make huts and tools. So, three ways the wood was used: firewood, chop wood for chop wood for firewood, then make huts and tools, and they were used to make spears and tools to for their survival. Now, choosing a place to live in. Look at map 2 below. All the places marked with red triangles are sites from which archaeologists have found evidence of hunter-gatherers. Hunter-gatherers lived in many more places. Only some are shown on the map. Many sites were located near sources of water, such as rivers and lakes. As stone tools were important, people tried to find places where good quality stone was easily available. So, why these people lived near the sources of water? The reason is that water is essential for survival. Then the animals whom they hunted, they also came near the sources of water to quench their thirst. So it was easier for them to hunt those animals from that place. Rock paintings and what they tell us. Many of the caves in which these early people lived have paintings on the walls. Some of the best examples are from Madhya Pradesh and southern Uttar Pradesh. These paintings show wild animals drawn with great accuracy and skill. So many of the cave paintings are still there, and here they have given you the example which we have in Madhya Pradesh and in southern Uttar Pradesh. Bhimbetka in present Madhya Pradesh. This is an old site with caves and rock shelters. People chose these natural caves because they provided shelter from the rain, heat and wind. These rock shelters are close to Narmada Valley. Can you think of why people chose to live here? So as I told you that why they chose to live in such places, if water is resources available, and living in the cave that could save them from the wild animals. So obviously they selected these places for living. Okay class, we will end this here and we are going to continue the chapter in the next class. Please complete your work. in history, civics, and geography. Keep your work up to date so that whenever the notebooks are asked for submission, you can submit it in the school. Thank you. Take care of yourselves. Be safe at home.